The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Razorbacks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know, they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw, it's Reed. That's caught. It's Eakin. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Bussey. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
This time they'll go to the running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Rushes on him. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To work up top. With the catch, it's Anthony. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback running on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the Razorbacks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Back to throw, it's Reed. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The hand to the running back. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got it, 1st down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that That's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Well, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago, but since joining the conference, A&M has dominated Arkansas. Arkansas looking to get a little payback.
It always feels big when you watch this game. We've seen so many of these games in recent years being played at Jerry World, and with all the speed on the field from both sides, this is always, I think, one of the more fun games to watch every season.
And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Reed. It's on target and complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Texas A&M going quickly. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's caught downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands. It's Sampson. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's...
A shot toward the end zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Might be changing the route. Jackson gonna throw it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Fresno State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Texas A&M going up tempo. Power football with the run. Gets away from one, finds room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Touchdown, Aggies! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Jackson will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabbed over the middle, it's Russell. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Anthony. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Russell. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing at running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
on first down from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking for a crease. It's Russell. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. Unloads it left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This one's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Texas A&M going quickly. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You can tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They punted away on fourth down. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Special teams proving to be special.
You're down, you need a play. What a nice job on the big punt return to give a spark. You could hear this home crowd going bananas. They needed a big shot in the arm, and they got it with the punt return.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. He'll bring it out. It's Craver. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back to throw, it's Reed. Bringing the heat. Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open route.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, the quarterback wants wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Snagged in the middle. It's Flanagan. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Touchdown, Arkansas! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Craver. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Extending the play. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. RPO complete to open the drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Thanks to grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Russell. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Making side adjustments here. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Got the first down. Looking for more. Flying out to the left. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. The Razorbacks have this offense rolling. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on second and goal. Firing to the right, complete. And tackled there by the defense. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Motion from the back. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. They go to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Alexander. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense
breaks into the open. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back searching for a hole.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Back to throw, it's Reed. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the left. Touchdown, Arkansas! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Kent State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 21 to North.
Touchdown, Aggie! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Jackson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Anthony. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Sampson. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
To the air on second down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give to the back. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it down the left side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. And he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quick completion on the out. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Jackson gonna throw it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this?
Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Pulls it in. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Aggies want to move quickly.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's...
Touchdown, Texas A&M. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Got a man. It's Sampson. No, he got loose. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle, and with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Jackson will throw. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He wants to throw it again. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, third and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up fourth.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut. Are forced to settle for 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing on the basketball court with the Deacs. They're up by 21 over Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Arkansas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Craven. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Steps away to find some room. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Pressure coming. Here comes the heat. Gets away from one. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. And the Aggies racing to the line in the hurry up. Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
To the air, it's Reed. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Man, this quarterback now has thrown for almost 450 yards. That is a lot of throws. That's a lot of success just chewing up yards left and right. Have a day, young fella.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Reed. Runs through a tackle. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Looking to the end zone. Another interception. interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. From the old SWC to the SEC, this rivalry has remained strong, and in this one, the Hogs were too much for the Aggies to handle. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.